good, we good. I'll actually properly start the stream. If I don't drop any frames for this next minute here, I guess, I'll go ahead and get things going. I wish I could just mute the music in game easily, but I can't exactly do that, I think. Have to set up some kind of hotkey to mute audio from it in order to do that, I think. But yeah, looks like we are actually good. So, stream set to public. See if that's actually something I can possibly do now. Good. All right. So, that should actually be good. All right. Now just to check that it's actually visible to people, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Good. All right. Yeah, I think we are actually good. Stream is actually stable this time. So, guess try to start on Twitch now. That should work, right? Okay, live on Twitch. That is good. Alright. No problems so far. Okay, sure, I guess. So, there we go. Black screen currency because the game is not loading yet on OBS. Come on. There you go, OBS. Okay. Finally, I can actually continue this. Don't know what the hell's been going on, but yeah. Internet is working properly right now at the very least, so make the most of it as I can right now, and I think I'll go ahead and turn my darn light in here because it's a bit dark, I think. Really need to get proper lighting at some point, but gotta make do with what I currently have. So, last time I was at war with Hungary when all that crap happened, so I decided to just end it there. Also went ahead and did the peace deal and stuff, just so I wouldn't have a war going on in the middle of things here, so end up getting all this land out of that peace deal. Not really much going there, to be honest, but, yeah. I guess for the beginning of this, I'm probably going to have to just build up economy again. Because, well, gross expansion's at 84 right now. And yeah. Imagine taking over the rest of Hungary will probably put that over 100. Do the same with Austria, same thing's going to happen. The only country I possibly could go after is Munich. Currency, I think. And that one, I guess. I'll just ignore all of them for now and just work on my economy, I think. So, yeah. Hopefully, working on my economy at this point, I'll be able to get my income up to like 1,000 or something, in which at that point I'll feel much more comfortable when it comes to recruiting a larger army. Which will hopefully at that point be large enough to fight a coalition easily. So I can actually kind of just start unleashing myself and taking over the rest of the world. So, let's get to work on getting as much of this stuff done as possible right now. Starting off by getting all these buildings built for courthouses and town halls. Do that, and then I don't have to worry too much about building limits anymore. I'll probably run into a problem with them still eventually, as more buildings get unlocked. But for right now, just gotta do this stuff currently. And I absolutely cannot wait for that income to go up even more. Because I'll make doing this stuff that much quicker as well. Okay. So, this has increased my economy at like 50 at this point already, just from building these, which is very nice. Will improve a lot more once I actually get to resource buildings. For sure. Which will be the next thing on my list to do. So, go through and get all of these done. Got 2 gold mines. Nice. Right on the edges of my country, but still have 2 of them. And now just grain farms. And there we go. All resource buildings are now done. Income's basically up to 200 at this point. Nice. So next up is to build these 4, I guess. Or 5 there. Alright. Get a bunch of this stuff all done. Somehow these economy buildings complete, and then I can work on improving economy itself, which will start snowballing even more due to all these buffs and everything that these buildings give. First expansion's down to 55. Sure. Want to keep an eye on that, because I'd kind of like to be efficient with my time a bit currently. Because I would really like to be able to finish off Hungary. Even though it will make my borders absolutely horrible due to that. Come to second place now, nice. Just need to pass England, but my economy is still smaller than France and England's. Alright, sure. So I guess I'm basically only in second place currently due to being a large producer of a bunch of resources. That's it. Sure. So, finish up a bunch of this stuff. And comes up to 250. Not bad. Considering I'm kind of just still getting started on a lot of this stuff. Venice wants an alliance. Sure, I can accept that. Your border kind of annoys me a little bit, but I'll just deal with that for now. Considering I would eventually like to get that chunk of land right there and kind of just smooth that border out with you. But I'll just hold off on doing that since you want an alliance. And also I kind of like to get this land down here since I'm probably going to be taking over Albania. Not far in the future. Especially considering they're allies with that country. But I'll just ignore that stuff right now, Venice. I will be getting it later, without question. But they'll be ignored for now since you want that alliance. I just noticed that my YouTube chat's not showing. Why is my YouTube chat not showing? The hell? I think that might be an issue with the fact that I had the stream set as private to start things off. So I can't actually see it. Oh well. No one's actually said anything in chat, so not really a problem, I guess. So I guess I'll just continue as is for right now. And Venice is now fighting a country over in the Americas. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Yeah, good. Do not have the AI army turned on. So my troops are not going to be going all the way over there to fight. Good. Alright. That is most of the expensive buildings finished. Just need to get food markets built now. And then I guess do windmills. And then it just to wrap up the last few buildings, which are all pretty cheap for the most part, and then I can work on economy, I guess. I can't wait to have all this complete. Let's see. Gross expansion down to 23. Okay. Sure. So I should be able to finish all these buildings, I think, before that gets down to 0. That is good. Alright. So next up I'll do farms, I guess. And then granaries and irrigation, all the construction guilds. Alright. So far, things are doing very well. Now, that is the only thing left here in the economy tab to do. Good. So quickly get it done, then I can switch over to building a few armories and armory workshops, I think. For a little bit of economy that they give. And I'll basically be done with buildings, as far as I'm concerned currently. Come on. Just a little more, and there. Now, those two buildings. Get these all built. I have maxed out on building slots in those two provinces, apparently. 3 provinces, actually. Damn it. Oh well. Have to build some infrastructure then. So I can get buildings in those provinces. And that many provinces are now maxed. Damn. Alright. And there we go. So, that province, that one and that one. There we go. That is those 3 complete. Now I gotta deal with all those others still as well though. That's gonna be a bit annoying. Okay. So just do that, that. Just spam this bit, I guess. Nope, that basically deals with all of them. Yeah, there we go. Good. Now, all the buildings are done, unless I've unlocked more, which I haven't, thank God. I'll probably be getting some soon, I imagine. Or maybe not. Railways are quite a ways off, and that's basically when I start really unlocking more. Okay, so with that stuff done, I now need to work on doing this, because that will start really snowballing my economy more. Which is what I really want currently. So I'll go through and try and do these one by one a bit for now. Keep missing that province. And it pops back up. Damn it. And that alliance with Venice is actually ended already. Damn. More time has gone by than I thought. Come on, I want to get that thing done. There we go. Okay, I'm run out of legacy points. God damn. Okay, sure. Forgot I barely didn't have all this stuff finished. Okay. So basically just halfway on those 3 sections and military's already complete. Alright, sure. Let's see. Build a bunch of amphitheaters, monuments. Let's get that stuff going. Need more legacy. I need more infrastructure up here as well. Come on. There we go. Okay, good. Now I shouldn't have too much of a problem finishing this stuff. And yeah, income's basically up to 500. Not the 1,000 I was hoping I'd be able to get by now. But it's not bad. Once I form Kekistan, I should be able to easily get to 1,000 without question. I'm almost done. Legacy is still the main limiting factor for me currently. Let's get all this finished. Taking too long to get this stuff wrapped up. Want to do this quicker, but I can't. Now just to finish these up, when they pop up here, a decent amount of them have stuff left. There we go. And yeah, I think it's just this province left. Innsbruck. Come on. should be all of that done. Good. Now, not missing anything now, currency, right? Looks like I'm good. Okay. Now, upgrade troops. Recruit generals for those armies. And I actually got upgrades here to do that I missed, apparently. So, get that stuff done. Right quick. There we go. Nice. 260 army regiments limits now. So I can have another 100 regiments easily now. Nice. Very nice. So that basically means I can at least recruit another 2 armies, I guess. Probably go to 5 at least. Don't really care about going over that limit a bit too much. And Hungary? Why? Why did you have to go and do that as well over here? God. Hungary, why are you making your borders even uglier? Okay. Going to have to deal with that. Eventually. I don't think I actually want to make France and England my rivals currently. Or the Ottomans. I'd like to be able to have them as possible allies. As things currently are. So, go and improve relations with them all, I guess. And I will now recruit a larger army. At least get 3 more armies at the very least. And then I guess I can go after Hungary, Austria, possibly. 1, 2, 3. I did not have enough manpower for that 3rd one. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So quickly finish it. Hungary? Defense pact? Seriously? Ugh. No! I'm not getting a defense pact with you, Hungary. I'm going to go to war with you in just a moment. So, no, I am not accepting that. And there we go. That should be the end. Good. Okay. I got a lot of advantage points here that I can spend. Alright, upgrade that. Manpower, recovery speed. Sure, I guess I can do that one as well. And put the rest of that into maximum level of capital city. There we go. Alright. Now, just get these advisors replaced here. None of those are really that good. So I guess I'll just go with the one that has the most movement speed. Now, generals. Get you lot recruited here. There we go. Good. Turn AI army on. And now go to war with you. Since you're a super easy target. There we go. Now, Hungary. Why do you have good relations with me? Well, whatever. Munich has taken all that lands now. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. Sure. Legacies. Oh, do that one. That. Still 5,000, so I can do another 2 of these. Which will be these 2. Because the other 2 are practically useless. Okay. Got it. Go ahead, do this stuff, core that stuff there, upgrade that, promote these advisors. Okay. Good. Now, Hungary. I'll be sending insults to you. You apparently have an alliance with Rothwell there. That's not going to save you in the slightest. You will fall, without question. And I will take over your entire country. I think I may also take a bit of Rothwell over here as well. Because I do plan on taking over Munich. Okay, I think that's what I'll do. A bunch of that stuff is going to get sold. Saxony will obviously get that random province. And let's see. I guess Verdun gets that province. You get to have these. And that. I will give. I'll keep that stuff. I'll keep that. For now, at least. Alright, so gross expansion's up to 80. Oh god. Okay. Cannot form an alliance due to gross expansion, basically. Okay. Those 2 already have an alliance. Okay, okay. Get those troop armies back over here. So I guess I kind of need to wait for my aggressive expansion to go back down at this point, because I fight another war, I'm pretty sure aggressive expansion will go over 100, and I'm not going to be able to handle a coalition currently. So, yeah. And also I think Venice is kind of at the point where I may as well just take them over. Yeah. May as well take over Venice at this point. Once I'm able to. Alright, so all my armies are back. Upgrade those troops. finish the legacies. There we go. So now, it's just a matter of waiting for aggressive expansion to go back down once again, and then I can finally get things done. I guess I'm going to keep this land since I still have it and forgot to sell it. I'll just need to go to war with Crimea eventually to get all the land over here. Which will be a bit annoying, but whatever. So, let's do this stuff right quick. Instantly finished all those. Much better than what I had to do previously. Okay. All resource building's done already. Yeah, this is going to be much quicker to finish this stuff this time. That is great. So I could probably actually afford to recruit in probably up to 10 armies at this point. Get up to that many. At the very least, I'll be able to do that, I'm pretty sure. Without hurting my income too much. But I want to be safe and just increase my economy as much as I can before I actually go and do that. Because I know I'm going to have to eventually fight a coalition somewhat soon, so I can actually start actually expanding. Because just taking over small chunks of lands like I am currently is kind of annoying. I'd like to really speed that up a lot. So, let's see. That's line building left. There we go. And now over to here. And get these done. And there we go. I don't think I really need to build any of those. Manpower is not too much of a problem, I think. Especially considering how much stronger I am, I don't exactly lose troops. So I think I should be good with that. And apparently Rothwell over here completely collapsed after I defeated them in that war. Well, okay. Sure. I guess I can go ahead and do the tax buildings as well. May as well do that. It's slightly more income. I do still need to wait for aggressive expansion to go down, so yeah. Now, do I also do these buildings for legacies? Well, I got something else here that's much more expensive than everything else. Thanks. Finally get these done. And France wants an alliance. Perfect. Good. Very good. So that's a very good ally to have, considering they are the second strongest in the world after me now, apparently. I'm pretty sure that's mostly just economies talking right there. My economy's nearly twice as large as theirs now. Holy shit. I have really done a lot for economy, that is for sure. Get a bunch of that stuff there upgraded. Economic advisor. Honestly, still not really sure if production efficiency or income production's better, but I tend to just go income production. I think it's better. I think. Yeah, do actual testing to actually know for sure, though. And I've maxed out the buildings again. Right, it's there. Okay. Sure. Going to have to build more infrastructure soon. But I want to get all these built first. Come on. Almost done. So it's just the one province that actually currently needs infrastructure. Got it. Just kind of go crazy with infrastructure currently, just so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Oh, yeah, it's England once in a while. Well, second and third strongest countries now are my allies. Now I'm pretty sure I can actually easily take on a coalition. Yeah. Okay, aggressive expansion's down to 36. I could probably expand right now, but I'd like to just quickly finish up what I'm doing here. Since I don't think it'll take too long to do. Max out economy in all these provinces. Again. Once I have that done, I'll recruit more troops. And just start taking over a bunch of countries, I guess. Since I kinda think I'm probably a bit invincible with France and England as allies. So, just shore up my own defenses here, I guess, for right now, and then I will go on the offensive. So just get these provinces all maxed out in economy. Income is up to 1,000. Amazing. Get those built so I get more legacy. Because I absolutely need that right now so I can actually get this done quicker. Come on. Just a little bit more. And I'm done with economy. Perfect. I'm much better positioned than what I was at the beginning of the stream. No other things were just about to start snowballing when things screwed up last week with the internet. So, just finish up these provinces over here. And there we go. Alright. How long on those alliances currently? Still over a decade. Perfect. Alright. So, upgrade those troops. Get more armies very quickly. Actually, manpower. You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and build some of these things, I guess. Why not? Increase my manpower by building these buildings here. Because I'll make it easier to actually recruit these armies. that I want to recruit. And there we go. Let's see. Castles as well, I guess. Much more expensive and annoying to build because of how expensive they are, but it's 150 manpower each. Oh yeah, that is much better. I basically added 100,000 to manpower already, just from doing these buildings. I honestly really underestimate how much these buildings do for manpower, to be honest. Always do. I think it's mostly just the local manpower doing that. Yeah. So, here we go. I'll quickly wrap it up here, and then recruit the armies and go on the offensive. And hopefully get the rest of this land finally. Guys, honestly, shouldn't be too hard. Probably going to end up getting a coalition formed against me, but that doesn't matter for obvious reasons here. Okay. Well, bound to get railways, apparently. Great. Let's see. I think you're probably best with that attack bonus. Got that done. Aggressive expansion advantage. Perfect. Alright. Good. Got all that stuff done, right? I think so. So now just that's there and complete. Now, more armies. Let's get this done. How many armies can I afford to have before it starts really hurting my income? Well, I already spent all of my money there. Yeah. Get one more and then I'll just increase that, I think. Oh, seriously, the alliance with France ended? On that back, please. Thank you. Just dismiss that there. And here, I just need field cannons. And there we go. That should now be 10 armies total. I can confirm that once I am done recruiting these generals. Don't give a shit about the stats on the generals. Any of them do. Will do at this point. Yep, 10 armies. Good. Okay. So, Austria, I'm going to go to war with you. To start off with. Munich. Honestly, yeah, I'll do the same to you as well. I don't care. Imagine Saxony's temper. Yep, Okay. So, yeah, kicking their ass completely, obviously. Very good. Austria is completely occupied. And all that's left is Saxony at this point, I think. Yeah. If this war is anything to go by, coalition is definitely going to be easy. Without question. No, yeah. Milan also has those and the provinces over here in the Gainsea. Sure. I guess I'll probably annex those as well. So take over the entirety of Austria. Wipe out that country, because why not? And I guess that's all I'll do. Don't really care too much about Saxony or Milan. Just want to get rid of that, take that off of them. And none of those countries have any colonies, so that's the end of that one. So now, just wipe out those countries there, and this one. And none of them should have colonies. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Good. So now I'll just sell the extra land here that I don't really care about. So Saxony gets that. And I guess Savoy will get this. And Milan can get that one. Those two, I guess. There we go. Good. Now, Poland, you're next. You have a defense pact with France, huh? I wonder who they're going to side with. Me or Poland? They sided with Poland. Okay, sure. Alright. Immediately took out their entire army, though. Over here. Alright. Poland is, of course, falling very quickly. And since France sided with Poland for some reason, I will punish them for that and strip them from all this land and give it to Verdun. I guess maybe a little bit down here as well and give it to Savoy, just kind of make that border look a little bit better. And damn, that's quite a colonial empire. Now the two of them got going over here. Jesus. Okay. I guess you guys get to keep that stuff. Alright, I'll let you keep your colonial empire and everything. Both of you. Because I don't really want to deal with that right now. So I'll go ahead and end the war. Taking all this lands I want here. Which is basically all the way up to there. That's the three northernmost provinces I need. Alright. What the hell is this? I guess that's Poland's ally? Over in the Middle East or something, I guess? Sure. France, you are now going to be punished here, losing all that land. And that's land, I guess. That will be your punishment for siding with Poland in that war, France. You lose all of that. There we go. Now, clean up these borders, sell that land's there. Ottomans, I guess you can have these 3 random provinces, because I honestly don't give a shit about those either. Now, over here with the lands that I stripped France off of, give all those to Savoy, and then the rest will go to Verdun. There we go. France is now 3rd in the world, behind who's 3rd? England's 2nd. Ugh. Yeah, obviously they're 2nd. Yeah. For some reason I thought some other country was to have them. Okay. So, aggressive expansion is over 100. So, coalition's going to form at this point, without question. But, I think I should be able to handle them. I think I should be able to. Send all my troops back home quickly. Now, who is actually going to be the leader of the coalition? Actually, wait. I have all the lands I need. I can form Kekistan. There we go. Done. Nice. Got that achievement done. Very nice. So, good. Now, that I have that done, it is time for the world conquest to begin. So, how quickly can I get the entire world under my control? And why is no coalition forming against me currently? I'll give it a few more years for them to form this coalition. If they don't, sure, I guess I'll just take advantage of this and just build up my economy even more, get a much larger army again, just make sure I can easily defeat any coalition that ever gets formed against me in the future. I don't even have an alliance with England anymore. I'm literally completely by myself. And none of them are forming a coalition against me. So, yeah. They're just letting me off the hook, apparently. How nice of them. Alright, so let's increase that economy more. Make them regret sparing me from a coalition. Because I have already gotten very strong. And them not going to war with me and forming a coalition out there is just going to make it where I can speed things up even quicker. Did not take very long for me to get like nearly 200 banks built despite how expensive those were. Yeah. And wasn't that long ago that I unlocked those banks, and it took me a while to get all those get them built in every province I had at that time. But no problem at this point. Ah, yes. Economy is nearing 4 times as large as England's. Still only 3 times as large as France's, though. So, shouldn't take too long to do all this and get it all complete again. Once I get all this stuff finished, I guess I'll just recruit more troops and start expanding even more. Try and finish off a lot of these smaller Germanic states that are still around. Finish off Venice. I guess take over all of Italy. Clean up this border over here with Crimea. Start taking over the Ottoman Empire. Though it's going to be a bit annoying doing that, considering they basically got the entirety of Canada under their control. Seriously, who the fuck allowed the Ottomans to colonize all of Canada? Well, France was allowed to just colonize the entirety of the United States, basically, with Poland over there on the west coast. Why is Poland on the west coast exactly? They barely even have a coastline over here. Seriously, there are some countries that honestly just shouldn't be allowed to colonize unless they actually have they're decently strong. They'd actually be able to project their power and protect their colonies. Which Poland absolutely is not one of those countries. I don't think ever really was in this entire game. So, yeah. Kind of think things should be slightly different when it comes to colonization, but nah. Whatever, I guess. What do I got left? Okay, I got railways I can build now. Perfect. I honestly really like building railways. I think that's mostly just because the army movement speed. 30% faster. Makes it easier to fight wars. How do we go? Just missing one of those because not enough infrastructure, I guess. I could also just do advantage points to help deal with that. But don't really think it's exactly worth it. Currently. Alright. All of that is done. Now, on to this. Boom, boom. Those are complete. Now I guess quickly go and do these. I like this. Those planes are not very far away. I should be able to unlock them somewhat soon. Alright. So. Let's see here. Gotta build infrastructure for those. Alright. Great. Run out of Legacy, taxi, build a bunch of that stuff. Annoying. I'd like to get all these done. I guess I'm gonna have to hold off on that. Come on. Need more legacy. Much faster there. Reinforcement speed is the next thing to work on there, I think. Yeah. And that's like good advisor. There and here. That one. Alright. Got a bunch of crap to do here. Damn thing's just being annoying at this point. Oh, I can build museums now as well. Perfect. That makes things much easier, I think. In the longer run for this stuff. There we go. Ah, good. Almost finished with these buildings. There we go. Honestly, okay, one more building to build then. Sure. Get those done, and I'm finished. Yeah, don't have anything there to build, so that's the last of that. Now, military. Build up more. Get more troops. So I can actually start expanding once again. Get to maybe 25 this time. So recruiting another 15 armies. No. Whatever. Slight mistake when doing that army there, but whatever. Not that large of a problem. Recruit another 2, I guess, and that's it. There we go. That honestly kind of hurt my income a decent bit. To be honest. All the way down to 1,000. Professional standing army is the next thing there. Alright. How far away is that? Still decent ways off, but sure. Okay. So, first target will be Venice, I guess. Why not? And I'll go towards you. You. Guess I can ignore the rest of those for now. Venice has been defeated already. What are my troops doing? Venice has random land over here. Okay. Venice is going to get wiped off the map. This stuff going to be sold to them. Or France, I guess. Probably France. Just because they have more land over here. And I guess over here in Europe, obviously taking all that stuff, try and clean up this northern border I have a bit. Yeah. Okay. That is all complete, so there we go. Goodbye to Venice. You're losing absolutely everything. You do not have anything else from I can tell. Good. Alright, I think that's good there for that border. And that's it for this one. Okay, so now go over here, sell the extra land I don't care about. I think that's solid. Yeah. Alright, so there we go. Why did I not take them over? I screwed up. Damn it. I somehow managed to fail to take them over in the peace deal. God. Oh well. Aggressive expansion's over 100 again, so coalition should form. Yep, there it is. Now, let's see how well my army can handle this. Okay. Coalition is honestly not that large, surprisingly. I honestly would have thought it would have been larger than this. But at this size, no problem whatsoever. The only problem is the fact that the Ottoman Empire is the leader when they control all this. So, almost got all that done. There we go. The entirety of the Ottoman Empire has been occupied over here. I have troops going over to there. Good. As long as some of my troops stay over here in Europe, I'm good. Because then my troops aren't going to be running back and forth across the Atlantic. Alright. Not doing that bad currently. I'd like for my troops to be able to get things done quicker, obviously. Because I still want to be able to just take all the lands before I actually end these wars like I normally do. So I guess I'll just kind of grab an army here to do a bunch of this stuff manually. To just speed up the process of this a bit. Get all that stuff all the way up here. Then I'll deal with Alaska, I guess. Since it's the furthest away. And take the most time for my troops to get to. Alright. That stuff wraps back around, I guess. Yeah. So send these troops back over here. Finish up Alaska. Yeah. Good. The troops actually kind of know what they're doing. Rather them go over here first, though. And there we go. That is all that done. Now I just got a little tiny bits left to take over here in Canada. Come on. And there we go. That should be literally everything done. Alright. Good. My troops are now free to attack whoever they want, now that they've taken out the coalition leader completely. Finally. Took long enough to do that, to be honest. I think I'm going to kind of just be a bit more aggressive in my peace deals here, since this is not a video series and it's just a stream, so yeah. I think I'll be much more aggressive in these coalitions. when the peace deals with these coalitions. Take a lot more land than I normally do. Let's see, what is my next thing here that I'll do? That, I guess, because it's been kind of annoying me quite a bit. Alright. Go ahead, finish off what Poland has over here. Good. And that is the very last of the land in the Americas to take. Good. So all that's left is this stuff over here in Europe, which is basically already done. Perfect. Alright. So just let my troops wrap this up right quick. And then the war is over completely. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So, this peace deal. Savoy apparently destroyed Milan. Sure. So you get wiped off the map without question. All these smaller countries are going away. Poland? Honestly? Yeah. I'll take all that stuff off of you. Crimea. I'll take all of this from you. Ottomans. I will be taking this stuff from you over here. Let's see. Exactly how aggressive do I want to be for this? I'll take over Greece. At the very least here. Alright. So, I think that's goods there. I'll wipe out Naples. I'll finish off these small countries around here as well. And I'll probably just sell all the lands. Just so I don't have to deal with them later. Reduce the amount of countries in the world and everything. Poland will get to survive. Slightly over here in Europe. So, considering things around here, next coalition, Savoy, Verdun, wiped off the map. I think England will probably be in the next coalition as well. So, honestly, I may wipe out a lot of Europe in the next coalition. Because I'm kind of being a bit lenient this time around to what I kind of want to do. Just for the sake of making it so the borders aren't horrible. So that's all I'm doing for now. Now, Byzantines. You get to have this land here, I guess. But the Ottomans get to have the rest of it. Alright. There we go. Good. So, yeah, that's a pretty decent bit of expansion there, for sure. So, get a wonder there to build, sure, whatever. Recruit those generals there. Is my aggressive expansion over 100? No, it is not. In that case, I think I'll hold off on fighting more wars currently until I get that research done so I can kind of reorganize my armies first and recruit much more. Yeah, that's gonna be my plan. So go back to work on economy because I want to get a much larger army. Because I'm going to aim for 50 armies total now from the 20 that I currently have. Because 50 is basically end game for me when it comes to army size. Typically don't have to go over that. So, let's get this done quickly. Come on. Let's see here. Railways, banks, get those built first. That's a good chunk of those are always done. Very nice. Alright. Done with that. Now for banks. Income's basically doubled already just from what I've done so far. Absolutely amazing. Good. Machine gunner is being researched currently. So hopefully I can get those planes unlocked soon, since I think that's next. Once I get that done, I can reorganize my armies and everything. Get all that sorted out. Good. Also have factories unlocked currently now. That's good as well. Alright. Get all this done as quick as I can. And then... yeah. I guess just reorganize armies. Yeah. Guess I got that research currently going. I guess I may as well go and kind of get started. take all the armies with 80 regiments, move them over to there. Because they're the ones they actually need to reorganize. Take out heavy cavalry. One more. There we go. Take out 10 heavy cavalry regiments in every single one of these. Accidentally just split that one. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Break all those off, send them there. Good. Now, with these armies of 10, I just need to go through and recruit all the other troops that it is missing. Alright. Now merge all of those. There we go. Now it's just a matter of adding the fighters to each one of these. Perfect. So just save up some money right quick first before I do this, because that's basically 30k I'm going to need for that first, so shouldn't take too long to get that money. And then I'll get all the early fighters recruited so I can add them to these armies as well. I think I end up being short on one of those. Yeah. Now go through and merge the rest of these, and I have all this reorganizing done. And there we go. That is now 30 full armies of 80 regiments each. So, I just want to recruit another 20 pretty much, and I'm basically done when it comes to recruiting more troops. But I need more income to be able to easily do that. Because I'm pretty sure my income will drastically drop if I currently do that right now. Considering it's already down to 1,400. 1,500. Okay. So, yeah. Go through, try and finish all this stuff for economy, and then hopefully I got a decent income going again that I can easily afford more troops. Hopefully I can get to 50 armies. If I can't, I guess I'll just hold off on doing that for now and do that later. Okay. Food markets, windmills. Alright. Doing better. My wish is kind of much higher than that. But I just gotta deal with its currency. Come on. There we go. Just one building left in this tab. Let's see, how's the rest of the world going? Canary Islands has a lot of land in Africa. Honestly, not sure why they're capable of doing that all the time. But whatever, I guess. Not really much going on over here in China. Just completely fractured still. Okay. Sure. Just need to wrap up this stuff. Denmark apparently actually has pretty much the entirety of Scandinavia under their control. Not bad for them. They just need to finish off Sweden. That's it. Alright. Armories next. There we go. Now, next I guess probably do these. So I got legacy coming in, so I can easily improve economy more. So I don't have to do that later. Work on these later. There we go. Good. All that is done. Do I really care about these tax buildings enough to build them right now? Hospitals. Well, that would be good to build. So I guess I can do I'll go ahead and do these tax buildings, I guess. Alright. It's going to take longer than I expect to get these hospitals built. I'm going to get built a lot more infrastructure by the looks of it. Most of it's down in Greece, so not that bad, I guess. Let's go crazy building infrastructure down there. And then I got some over here to do. And some up here up north. And there we go. I think that's good. So, that is all the buildings done as far as I am concerned at this point. I do not care about military buildings at this point now. Manpower is no problem. So, this is now the main thing I need to do. It's just increase economy as much as possible. Max this out in all of my provinces. Let's see how high I can get it. Is France? Okay, France is fighting England. And losing. Quite badly. France is at war. Guernsey, okay. Sure. Alright. Whatever. I want to get this stuff all done. But it's going to take a while to get it complete. I know that much. I just hope that income is a lot higher once I'm done with this. Because I seriously want to get my army recruited. Be basically done with that for this game. So I don't have to touch it again. Almost maxed out everything in Italy. There we go. Good. Now I guess I'll work on Germany. Yeah, man. Income's not gonna be as high as I want it to be. I think I can say that much already. England is now towards Scotland. Okay. And they're going to lose that by the looks of it. Because England has not really done much in colonizing. That's all they have. Is basically just Brazil and Panama. Alright. Oh well. Too bad for them, I guess. Let's see. Where's province maintenance? I guess I can do military maintenance instead. There we go. Get those upgrades done. Oh boy, I'm about to get nukes. Basically, about to get the useless nukes that don't really do anything as far as I'm concerned. Great. Mechanized farms are done. Good. Which means I got even more economy that I can now do. Great! God. This is going to take a while. I just don't get enough legacy for this, I tell ya. Come on. Want to get it all done. Oh, we're also Crimea at war with. Just that country? Seriously? Oh, you're also at war with Tunis, okay. Oh, Tunis isn't exactly very strong themselves, so still a bit weird. But whatever. So, try and get this stuff finished off again. Come on. Those mechanized farms really increase the max limit on these from what I can tell. Jesus. Medium tanks complete. Good. Infantry next, okay. Hmm. Over 4,000 income currently. Not bad. I'd still like that to be a lot higher. Come on. Wanna get all this done quicker. This is honestly one of the most painful parts of the game, is just building yourself up economically. Because this stuff takes so long to really do. Is the game lagging? The hell? I think the game's lagging. I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. I guess that's one of the reasons why this is taking a while. It keeps pausing a few times each month. Okay. So I'll quickly save the game right quick. And reload. See if that fixes this. No, it does not. Okay, in that case, I guess I'll restart the game right quick. See if that fixes that problem. I genuinely have not seen that happen before, where it just starts pausing a few times each month. So hopefully restarting the game fixes that. Hopefully. Come on. Load. Load quicker. And there we go. Alright. Nope, that apparently did not fix it. Damn it. What in the world was the issue then? Because whatever it is, I cannot fix it apparently. Not with something simple like that. I guess restarting was kind of worth it, because you can max out more of the stuff that was kind of bugged. There we go. Alright, so economy again. Got even more I can do here again. Oh god. Why do I have so much I can do economically here? Why? And this is honestly seriously annoying me. Because that's really slowing my progress down. The fact that it keeps pausing like that. So, rest of expansion's down to 0, so you know what? That thing's annoying me. I'm just going to go ahead and fight some wars. Why? Don't know why you're allies with you. Bleh. I don't know why they're allies with Lithuania, but whatever. I don't care. I'm just going to take over all the lands. I don't give a shit. You're allies with the Byzantines, sure, whatever. Don't care. And sure, I'll deal with you as well. Why not? Random ass ally over there. Whatever. Yeah. This is weird as hell. At this point, I think it's probably better just try and rush the end of this. Because I do not know what's going on with this darn thing currently. Basically pausing every 9 days or something, I think. So fucking weird. So yeah, I'd rather just try and finish this off completely as quick as possible at this point. Because I honestly got no fucking idea what's going on currently with this thing. And you know what? I might just kind of start ignoring my normal rule of just not ending wars until I've occupied all the land, just so I can get this done quicker. Cause, yeah, that's kind of just ridiculous. Now, do I go ahead and deal with Verdun? Yeah, sure, why not? I'll do it. I'll even deal with that, why not? Okay. All those countries completely wiped off the map. I don't really care too much of what that's going to cause. But I will go ahead, recruit more armies, because kind of need it right now, I think. Since coalition is about to form. As a result of taking all of that's lands. So, let's get my world conquest really going. One of those armies is going to be short. Or not, apparently. Okay. Actually, no, wait. One of them is. Now I'll just dismiss that because, can't be bothered to manually fix that. There we go. England is the leader of this one. Got it. Let's see. Army movement speed. There we go. Recruit generals for all those armies. Honestly, I think England's probably the best country that could have actually formed this coalition, I think. Considering they don't exactly have much in the way of colonial empire. Which is a plus for me. we go. 44 armies. Got it. Short. Oh. Nice. No longer have a problem with that anymore. Good. Don't know what the hell is going on, but it's fixed, apparently now. So, great. So I guess I'll go back to playing normally again. Or something. Kind of work on my economy while I let this war go on here. And honestly, I think I'm going to take all of Libya over here. Why not? I'll go and take all this, considering orders aren't exactly going to be that bad. So, yeah. I'll do that. And this piece still. Let's see. Anything besides a general's attack and defense that I want to do? That, I guess. Life expectancy for all the characters. So they die or die less often. Pretty sure I've already dealt with England, right? Pretty sure I have. France is going to be losing all that stuff out there. Those random islands they control. No way I'm letting them keep that. Alright. Doing well so far here. Don't know where my troops are. Oh, over here. Yeah, sure. You know what? I'll wipe out the Ottoman Empire completely, including all the land they have in the Americas. I'm taking it all. I'm still going to be much more aggressive, it's just not going as crazy I was going to as a result of that whole bug or whatever it was. Alright. Basically got everything over here occupied. Just a little bit of Saxony there to deal with. There we go. Denmark took most of the land off of them. So all that's really left is stuff the Ottoman Empire has over here. That's all that's left to occupy, so I guess I'll just let my troops finish that, and then I'll end the war. Yeah. Come on. Finish it up quicker. And that is officially all that done. I'm just going to ignore that little bit of land that's not occupied there. Did I just see a nuke get dropped on me? Wait, what? England actually has a lead on technology? this point in the game? Normally by now I have a massive fucking lead in technology over the rest of the world. The fuck is going on here? Huh? Was I just that far behind as a result of the fact that I started with a single province? And it took me so long to really get things going? Holy shit. But, yeah, that's this done, I guess, so go round dealing with all this. Any random islands that these countries control will be mine. There we go. Now, Tunis, I'm taking all of your land. All of Libya will also be mine. Guess I can leave the Malmix for now. Let them survive for a bit longer. But I'll be taking all this land over here. Saxony, Poland get wiped off the map. Honestly, may as well wipe these countries out as well. And also do this over here. Aragon, you're going to lose this stuff, I guess, here. There we go. Andorra, goodbye. Go and take a bunch of that. I'll ignore what's left of them for now, I guess. England, I will take the lands you have right here. I'll let you keep a little bit there, though. But that's all you get to keep. And I will now go and take all of this land out here in Canada. You know what, I'll take that stuff off France right there too. Just so they have a little bit less. Alright. I think that is basically the extent of what I will do there. Poland, though, I will also just go ahead and wipe out because I'm taking over the rest of our country already. So, finish off all this stuff and I guess sell it all? I guess? That's what I'll do there. Yeah. guess I can take these islands France also has out here in the middle of the Atlantic. There we go. That's a lot of lands that I'm taking, but whatever. You get to have a bunch of this stuff. You benefit a shitload out of this horde just from me wiping Poland out. Almost done up here with these. And there. Now it's just Baja California. Whatever. Down here. This peninsula. There we go. I guess I'll sell the rest of that to France. It's there. Cham gets to have the rest of Florida. Go back to France and give them the rest of the Bahamas. Alright. The rest of it, though, I am going to keep. I do not care about selling the rest of it. Alright. There we go. Good. Gross expansions at 80, basically. Sure. Let's go and try and clean up my northern borders over here in America now. Wiping out all these smaller countries. Yeah, you're a vassal of England, aren't you? Sure. Alright. Deal with all these countries' currency though. Since that's most of this stuff over here in Canada dealt with once I got these done. Guess I'll go ahead, start ending these wars here. Yeah. And that last one is basically gone. It's just gonna be a white piece. Once the game decides to end it because they don't exist anymore. And Denmark is now the coalition leader of this one. Alright. Problem. Fact is my entire army is over here in North America. Nope. Back to lagging again. Right. Great. Okay. Troops need to get their asses over to Europe very quickly and deal with this crap. Defeat all those armies and take back all my land. Okay. No more lagging, so I guess that was being caused by just the sheer amount of fighting that was going on or something. I think I will go ahead and recruit even more troops now. Again. Yeah, some of those are gonna be very small. But, whatever. Don't exactly care too much. Though some of them are also somehow larger than they should be. Yeah. I don't really understand how that happens, but it does. So, that's actually the extent of this gauge, huh? No, since I kind of want to start really speeding things up. Goodbye, France. I am going to be taking you over completely in this one. Because I honestly kind of just want to start really wrapping thing up at this point. Because I need to get this finished in this stream. I am not going to do another one for this playing as Kekistan here. Though I will be playing as Italy in the next one. So I can form the Pizza Empire and get that achievement. Though I'm not sure if I actually want to do that next week or not, considering that's going to be Modern World scenario. I still need to actually get a mod for that, considering I don't really like the look of the default one in the game. Considering it's like one example of things that kind of annoys me with the default Modern World scenarios. I've actually got Ukraine over here with Crimea as a vassal. In the Modern World scenario, that's set it in, I think, 2022 or whatever, when they, if anything, Crimea should be a vassal of Russia, considering Russia's the one that controls Crimea, and has controlled Crimea for the last decade, but for some reason it's controlled by Ukraine in the Modern World scenario in the game. No idea what's going on there, but yeah. I'd like things to be a bit more accurate to the current situation of the world and everything. So I'll be taking a look at different scenarios for that, I guess, over the next week or something, and try and find something good. Honestly surprised that my troops are still kind of fighting this and haven't finished things off already. Jesus. It's not like Denmark has a colonial empire or anything. This is literally all they have. Besides, I guess, 6 provinces in Oceania and 2 in North America. Huh. Okay. It's kind of lagging again. Not as much, but it's kind of lagging there. Let's see. Boom, boom. Next thing I do is going to be province maintenance. There it is. Good. Now let's upgrade this nuclear reactor. I'm not actually even going to bother building nukes, to be honest, considering as far as I'm concerned, they're fucking useless. I'm not even sure if they can actually even do damage to enemy troops. Even if they can, you have to actually hit them with it. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Let's see. I probably could recruit even more troops if I wanted. Do I want to? Do I want to recruit even more? I honestly probably don't even need to increase my economy more at this point, to be honest. Because just taking over land at this point is, I think, will basically cover all my economy needs for my military. I'd kind of like to know how many armies I currently have. Though they're kind of in odd numbers for whatever reason. Always happens when I'm fighting a war. I do it on recruit the troops while unpaused. That's 70 generals, so technically should be 70 armies. $55 million, 5.5 million troops total, apparently. But yeah, I guess I can go even further on this. There we go. That is a lot of troops. And I now have a deficit there. I'm losing money due to how large this army is. Ah, yes. Okay. Finish this up quickly, guys. Please, finish this up quickly. Because I need to dismiss a lot of those troops. This basically all that's really left. Do I care enough about it to let it hold me back at this point and just end the war now? Troops are over here at this point, so I guess I can let them finish it. Hopefully my income increases a decent chunk once I done with this piece still. But I think that's that complete. So let's do this. I will take all this and I'll also wipe out the Canary Islands, because I genuinely do not know why how they have managed to get so large. So just get rid of them. Not even wipe this country out. Malmix as well. Because I just honestly kind of just want to finish this whole thing off at this point. So just go around taking a shitload of lands. You know what? Yeah, I'll just take over the gem as well, since I'm going to be taking over this stuff right here in the Americas anyways. Bunch of islands out here. Pacific and Atlantic. Controlled by France and Denmark. Well, that's controlled by Sweden. And Jam has that stuff. I'll let Sweden survive for now. I guess I'll wipe out England since I'm taking all their colonies. Denmark, I'll just take that stuff from them currently. Actually, just realized just exactly how little Sweden has left over here. I guess I could finish off Sweden as well. Do I just take all that? I'll do it. I don't really like it, but I'll do it. Because I just want to get this over with. So boom, there we go. Basically control the entirety of Europe. Just need to finish off the rest of Britain pretty much, and that will be complete. Oh yeah. And taking all that land did give me an income. Perfect. Okay, good. Send my troops all over there or something, I guess, right now. Guess that'll help out economically due to buildings over here. Yeah. Now quickly go through, get all this stuff cored, and convert it all. And then I can go on the offensive once again. And there we go. I guess I'll go and recruit generals for all these armies, just to see how many I currently have. Because I know it's basically a ridiculous amount at this point. Definitely over 100. Eh, 4 more. Okay, good. Just 4 more. There we go. Oh. It's exactly 100 armies. Alright, sure. Well then. Let's continue. Go to war with all these countries over here in Western Africa to get it all finished off. guess go ahead and do the same up here in Europe. Deal with those there. I'm pretty sure that is the very last member of the Holy Roman Empire. Yep. The very last one. Go and do all that. That is a lot of wars, but whatever. Just want to clean up a lot of these borders. There's coalition. Okay. That's pretty much everything else in the Americas at war with me. Good. Alright. Yeah, I'm just basically going all out at this point. I don't give a shit. Just end things as quick as possible. Just so I can finish this off. Who even is the coalition leader in this? Manta, you're the coalition leader. Second strongest in the world somehow. Damn. Economy, huh? That's how you're in seconds. Well, you can say goodbye to all that, because I'm going to be taking you over. And it's very nice how all these very small countries over here also are in this coalition for whatever reason. Not often I see that happen. Okay. But this thing is lagging again at this point. So I guess I'll just kind of get all these smaller wars kind of finished, I think. Ends them. Even if I don't have all the land occupied currently. It's just so there's less for the game to deal with. Because this is apparently a bit too much for it, I guess. Sure. So now it's just that and the coalition. Also not sure why the troops haven't finished this one, but there we go. Done. Also not sure why that country is not at war with me. Weird. Well, whatever, I guess. It's just coalition I'm dealing with now. So that is good. Let my troops get all of that dealt with. Come on, finish them off. And I think they're done. Yeah, looks like it to me. So will my troops please start attacking all the other countries? And would you stop going across the fucking Pacific? Because this crap is fucking bugged here. That's how long it takes you to go across this goddamn line here at the edge of the map, where it wraps back around. I think I basically just get the majority of the land occupied and I'll endure. If it starts taking a bit too long to finish it off. Okay, that's all South America done. North America as well. Pretty much Europe done too. All this stuff over here in Asia and Africa. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's done. So, yeah. Take all that land. And that. And this. Just go and take it all. I don't care. Just get it all done. Right now. There we go. Don't gotta deal with a lot of that anymore. There's barely anything left in the Americas. For the most part, it's just 2 countries in Africa, and then a bunch of small countries over here in Asia. Europe has been completely finished. Alright. So, there's the next coalition. All the stranglers were there toward me. And most of Asia is as well. So. Considering how much is not in this, I think I'll just go to war with the remainder of these countries manually right now. And just make this the end of it. Okay. Should have gone to war with that one first. Guess they were the vassal. I think that is basically everything. Almost. Few small ones still remaining. Anything else is probably just small countries that are out here in the Pacific or something, I think. Yeah. Denmark over here in Antarctica, because I apparently missed that when I took them over. Okay. So, that should be the end. I think I am actually at war with every single country remaining in the world. So, How long is it going to take for my armies to completely occupy literally every single remaining country? Hmm. Come on. There we go. Not lagging. Oh. Uh. Man. Lag is getting a bit inconsistent. But whatever, I guess, for now. Country that is leading coalition is them. Bemba. Over here in Africa. Got it. Okay. Jesus. Troops are just all over the place. Need them to focus on something. Going to war with many countries as I did there definitely didn't help, though. I guess it's a bit of a challenge for my troops to deal with. To end this with. "77 countries total. So I'm fighting 76 countries. Assuming I'm not missing any. Well, this is going to take a while, isn't it? Because I kind of would like for to actually occupy literally everything before I end these wars. But that's going to take some time, from what I can tell. Jesus, I think still got a decent amount of research here to do. Okay. I think this is taking longer than it really should, purely because of the lag. Oh well. Got most of their country under my control, so I guess I could probably end it. Yeah. In that tour, since I have most of it done. Guess I can do the same for that one. Starts ending these wars where I have most of the land occupied, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll end that one as well. And that one I won't, considering they control most of Australia there and I do not have any occupied. We'll deal with you, though. Make sure they don't control anything that I'm missing there. Alright. So that's most of those done, I think. Going down to 60 countries at this point, though. It'd be nice to be able to finish this one off. Because they're one of the next strongest countries. Come on. They're the ones that are honestly causing the problems, aren't they? Because my troops aren't just finishing it off. Okay, looks good. And troops are actually finishing that stuff off themselves. Good. Which I guess means the other stuff around here has been done, dealt with, or something. Yeah. Okay. Good. So it's just a matter of time until my troops have all this stuff completely finished now. Thank God. Okay. Why do I have a peace treaty with you? Yeah, well. So I guess as far as I'm concerned, I have ended all of these ores at this point. Yeah. Go ahead, ends these. Just finish all of this off completely. Okay, there we go. I can actually still take them over because their apparently is still part of that other war there. Good. And there's still one single country left for some reason. So, goodbye to you. There we go. Done. That is now the entire world, fully under my control. Good. Wrap this up pretty quickly. Actually managed to do it within 3 hours, apparently. So I guess that was 6 hours total to do this. Mostly as a result of the fact that I rushed things so much at the end here. But yeah, that there is done, I guess. So, I guess depending on whether or not I get around to figuring out uh, mod scenario for Modern Worlds that I could possibly use. It depends on whether or not I'll actually be streaming Age of History 3 again next week, playing as Italy to form the Pizza Empire. And get that other joke formable out of the way. So, yeah. Hopefully I can get myself around to actually doing that so I can just go ahead and get that stuff out of the way over with. So, yeah. There we go. That is the end of this stream, I guess, then. So, yeah. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I hope you've all enjoyed this stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. I am not going to let that countdown play all the way to the end. Because I honestly don't see a point in doing that, as things currently are.